From idea to image. You already know how to write a solid prompt. Today, let's see what it produces. A prompt that took seconds to write can turn into a detailed image, a styled illustration, or a full set of consistent visuals. In this lesson, you'll learn how to use Kling's image generation to produce visuals from text, edit them, and keep everything visually consistent across an entire project. What you can generate. The possibilities of Kling's image generation are endless, creating product mock-ups, lifestyle scenes, concept drafts, three-dimensional renders, illustrations, logos, and more. For personal projects and professional work, let's start with the basics and work through each capability step by step. Before generating, take a look at the image generation settings. At the bottom, you'll find three options. Mode, 1K SD or 2K, HDR ratio, from 9 to 16 to 21 to 9. Output, how many images to generate at once. Adjust these based on what you need. A square for social, a widescreen for film, or multiple outputs to compare variations. Your first image generation. Time to try it out. Generate an image, edit it with a text instruction, then transform its style entirely. Now, try changing something in the toy car image, without touching anything else. Text-based editing. Kling lets you edit a generated image by typing a plain instruction. Add an object, remove one, swap a color, change a detail, and the model applies the change while preserving the original lighting, style, and texture. The color changed, while the style, lighting, and background remained the same. That's what text-based editing does. Image-based editing. Text instructions work well when you know exactly what to change, but sometimes the result you're after is harder to describe in words, such as a specific texture, a finish, or a visual feel. That's when you upload a reference image and let Kling match the style visually, rather than interpret it from text. You can describe a style directly in your prompt, or use Kling's built-in styles library to pick one visually. Either way, Kling applies it to your image while preserving its shape, proportions, and composition. Imagine you want to give the car a kid's toy feel by applying a style reference. Let's see how the image changes, depending on which style you pick. Excellent! This is where image generation goes deeper. Kling reads the style of an image, the colors, texture, and composition, and applies it to a new one, while keeping the original structure. Let's try a more practical task. Imagine you need to create an interior design layout for a living room. Start with a simple description, with a design draft style, then transform it into a 3D model. Great! You have a clean living room layout. Now, you can use it as a reference to transform it into a realistic 3D model with a single instruction. Great work. The flat layout was rendered as a photorealistic three-dimensional scene with the same proportions and furniture placement. That's how you can use style transformation. Take any image and shift how it looks without changing what's in it. How does style transformation help you in a real-world task? It adjusts colors and composition based on current design trends. It changes how an image looks without changing what's in it. It searches for similar styles online and applies their aesthetic to your image. It generates a new version of the image based on your style preferences from scratch. You've seen how style transformation works on a single image. Let's look at what happens when you need that same visual consistency across multiple outputs at once. Multi-reference input. When you need multiple outputs to look consistent, upload your reference images, and Kling aligns every generation to them, up to 10 images at once. Let's generate a logo to use as our first reference. Now upload the logo and a mug photo as references, and generate branded product visuals from them in the same session. Perfect. Both outputs arrived visually consistent, same logo, color treatment, and brand feel, without any manual alignment. You generated the reference in the same session, and Kling carried it through the outputs that followed. You can now generate, edit, transform, and maintain consistency across a full image session. You've gone from a text prompt to a styled image, an edited detail, a 3D render, and a fully consistent brand set, all without leaving Kling. In the next lesson, those same images will start moving. Video generation brings in camera control, multi-shot structure, and everything you've learned about prompting applies directly. Let's try it. Turning ideas into moving scenes. You already know how to generate images, but you can also animate them in Kling. In this lesson, you'll learn how to get from a still image to a finished video clip, straight from your browser. 2 ways into a video. Kling's video generation has 2 entry points. Text-to-video generates a moving scene from a written description, useful when you're starting from an idea. Image-to-video takes a still image you already have and animates it into a clip, useful when the composition and lighting are already right and you just want it to move. Video settings. Before you start generating them, there are 4 settings to configure in Kling: mode, length, video ratio, and number of outputs. Those settings apply to every generation you run, whether you start from text or an image. You can customize them depending on what the clip needs: a longer duration for a full scene, a shorter duration for a quick cut, a vertical ratio for mobile, or a widescreen aspect ratio for a cinematic feel. Let's put them to use, starting with a text description. You've just generated a finished clip from a single text prompt. Now, use an image as the starting point, and generate a video from that instead. Image to video. When you already have a still image with the right composition and lighting, you can animate it directly with an image to video. Let's upload the image from the last lesson of a mug in a box. Describe the motion you want, and Kling turns it into a moving scene while preserving the original. See how Kling used the reference image as the foundation and kept everything intact. You have a product photo with perfect lighting and composition. You need a 10-second video of it for a campaign. What is the most efficient approach? Generate a new image with the same prompt first, then animate that instead. Use the photo as a style reference and build a new video generation from it. Use image to video. Animate the existing photo and preserve everything that's already correct. Use text to video. Describe the product in detail and generate the clip from scratch. Nice work! 2 entry points covered. You can also use a video reference. Upload an existing clip to generate a new one. Optionally, specify start and end frames to control exactly where the scene begins and ends. Let's see how that works. Video to video generation. You have a clip and now you want to change what's happening in it or how it looks. Video to video takes your existing clip as a reference and generates a new version, keeping the structure and timing while changing the scene, context, or visual treatment. Video to video kept the original and built the scene around it.
Kappa?
Remember that the settings you choose directly shape the output. A 3-second clip works for a quick social cut, while a longer widescreen gives you room for a full scene. Let's set a 10-second duration and see what that gives us. There you go, a 10-second clip. You can adjust any of the other settings the same way, depending on what the clip needs. Next up, deciding how many scenes it will have and what happens in each. Multi-shot mode. Multi-shot mode lets you build a video with multiple scenes in a single generation. Enable it, and Kling plans the scene transitions automatically based on your prompt. Switch to custom multi-shot to take full control. Specify the exact framing, angle, and transition for each shot yourself. To build in custom multi-shot, write your prompt for each shot with a duration. You can also easily switch the order if you need. Let's try it with the perfume bottle we did at the start. Excellent. Each shot followed the instruction you gave it, and the transitions held the sequence together. That's custom multi-shot producing the shot structure of an edited video without an edit suite. You've gone from a written idea to a directed, multi-shot video sequence, with full control over resolution, duration, framing, and every cut in between. Every tool in this lesson stacks on the last, and now you have the full picture of what Kling's video generation can do. You've gone from a text description to a directed multi-shot video sequence with full control over duration, framing, and movement. In the next lesson, you'll meet avatar generation, turning a single photo into a speaking, moving spokesperson without a camera or a studio. See you there. Building AI avatars. Ever wanted a spokesperson, a character, or just a face to bring your idea to life without filming anyone? That's exactly what avatar generation is for. In this lesson, you'll learn how to create a digital human, give it a voice, and place it in a scene that looks production-ready from the start. Avatar generation. Kling's avatar generation creates a digital human character from a written description or a reference photo. In Avatar, you'll find two starting points. Avatar Library gives you ready-made presets for common formats: vlog, talking head, podcast. So you can get started without building a character from scratch. Or you can build one yourself using a prompt and AI image feature, customizing gender, age, skin tone, and generating a full character description from your own inputs. Let's create one. Before saving the avatar image, add the use case, nickname, voice, speech rate, and emotion. These lock in how your character sounds and behaves every time it appears. Speech. With your avatar saved, go to Speech in the left panel and type in what you want your character to say. Set the language, accent, and tone, and the audio adjusts automatically. Try typing this line: "Welcome to our latest product launch. Everything you'll see today was built with one goal: to make your workflow faster, cleaner, and easier to manage from day one." The mouth movements and facial expressions followed the script without any manual adjustment. What can you use your saved avatar for? A presenter across multiple course modules. A recurring host across a podcast video series. a spokesperson in a product launch video.
Welcome to our latest product launch. Everything you'll see today was built with one goal: to make your workflow faster, cleaner, and easier to manage from day one.
You can use one avatar for multiple uses: vlogs, podcasts, product clips, or course modules. Kling also lets you place 2 or more avatars in the same scene, each with their own dialogue, animated independently as they speak. Multi-character scenes. Let's create a male character to pair with the one you just built. Follow the same process. Now, set your first avatar as the start frame and your second as the end frame in video generation. Then describe the scene in the prompt: who speaks first, and what they say. You got 2 avatars in one scene from a single prompt. Kling tracked which character was speaking and animated each one independently.
Welcome to our latest product launch. Everything you'll see today was built with one goal: to make your workflow faster, cleaner, and easier to manage from day one.
Look at the camera right this way. Excellent take.
Cross-session consistency. For the last step, every avatar you generate in Kling is saved to your assets. The same facial structure, expressions, and visual identity are locked in. You can reopen the avatar in any future session, and it looks identical to the first time you generated it. You've built an avatar, given it a voice, and put it in a scene with another character in just one tool. In the next unit, you'll move into professional use cases and see how everything you've learned applies to real creative and business work. Keep creating. Kling for Filmmakers. Today, imagine you have a screenplay and need to show your cinematographer, actors, and investors what the film looks like. In this lesson, you'll learn how to use Kling to turn a script into visual references, scene stills, and animatics in a single session. You need to give your crew a clear visual idea of a scene before the shoot. What's the most practical first step? Find a similar scene in an existing film and use that as your reference. Generate a scene image from your script description: location, lighting, character position, and mood. Write a detailed email describing the scene and send it to the cinematographer. Wait until the location scout to show the crew what the scene looks like. Step 1. Generate a scene image. Kling's image. Generation takes your script description, location, lighting, character positions, and mood, and turns it into a reference frame your whole crew can look at and respond to. Let's make one. Describe a scene from your script, and generate the image that goes to your cinematographer. You have an image with location, mood, lighting, and character position. If you need to compare two different lighting setups before committing, you can generate both as separate stills and decide before anything gets locked in. From a filmmaker's perspective, what do you think generating a scene still in Kling changes about the pre-production process? It speeds up the shoot day by giving the crew less to think about on set. It lets you resolve visual decisions before any crew, equipment, or location costs are committed. It replaces the need for a director of photography on the project. It produces a final quality image that can be used directly in the film and now that the crew can see the scene, let's show them how it moves. Step 2. Animate the still into a moving clip. A still shows the look, while a moving clip shows the feel, how the camera travels, and the character moves through the frame, and how long the scene breathes. Upload your still into Kling's image to video, describe the motion, and you have a clip your producer and director of photography can watch. Great work. This is your clip. Your producer can watch it, your cinematographer can plan from it, and no camera or location is needed to make it. Step 3. Build a storyboard. With custom multi-shot. Now that the still and motion are covered, let's lay out the full scene. Custom multi-shot lets you specify every shot in a scene individually. Framing, angle, transition. Each one comes back as a moving cinematic clip. Let's build it with the generated video. Excellent. Location is set, action is played out, and movement is tracked. This is your complete moving storyboard from a set of text instructions. What did custom multi-shot specifically help you do in that storyboard task? Generate the shot list automatically, based on the scene description. Produce the storyboard faster by letting Kling decide the shot order. Create multiple storyboard versions to compare before presenting to the producer. Define each shot's framing, angle, and transition individually, so every cut landed exactly where you placed it. Storyboard done. You now have a visual sequence that shows how the film looks and flows shot by shot. Next, let's go one level deeper, directing exactly how a camera and a character move. Direct, precise movement with motion control. Motion control lets you define exactly how a character moves. Upload a reference action video, or pick a preset from Motion Library, add a character image, and Kling mimics that movement with your character's face and body. Let's try the workflow. Choose preset from Motion Library, showing the movement you want to copy. Upload the character image alongside. Click Generate. Perfect. The preset video set the motion, and your character moved through the frame in the same way. You can choose or upload any reference action video that aligns with your vision. You've gone from a script description to a scene still, a clip, and a full storyboard without a crew. Keep that momentum going. In the next lesson, the same tools move into marketing, and you'll see just how fast a product idea turns into a campaign-ready asset. Kling for marketing. Kling works just as well for marketers as it does for filmmakers. Say you need several product assets for a brand, but your design team is already tied up. In this lesson, you'll learn how to use Kling to generate brand-consistent visuals, build social ad videos with stable on-screen text, and structure a full reveal to CTA ad sequence. What are some major issues when producing multiple marketing assets for the same brand? Too many assets to choose from for the final campaign. Brand elements don't carry consistently across different formats. Visual style drifts across outputs when assets are generated separately. Logo placement and color treatment vary between formats. Assets are generated faster than the team can review them. That's the problem Kling's multi-reference input solves. Let's fix it step by step, starting with the product itself. Step 1. Generate product image. Before anything else, you need a clean product visual. The image that goes on the billboard, the website, and every other format in the campaign. Let's do it. Great foundation. In the same way, you can take the logo you generated in the image generation lesson and combine it with the product image to create a proper marketing asset. Step 2. Add the logo. Upload your logo as a reference image alongside the product shot. Kling locks in the logo and generates a new visual with both elements placed together. Great work. Logo placed, colors consistent, billboard-ready format. That's your static ad, the visual that goes on the billboard and the website. You need to produce the same branded sneaker visual in 3 different formats: billboard, square social, and vertical story. What is the most efficient approach in Kling? Keep the logo and product image uploaded as references and generate each format separately. Use the first generated format as the only reference for the second and third. Generate each format in a separate session and redescribe the brand style each time. Generate all 3 formats in one prompt and let Kling decide the layout for each. Your static assets are ready. Let's take that sneaker visual one step further and turn it into a moving ad, with a person running in the shoes and a spoken call to action at the end. Step 3. Create the video ad. In Kling's video generation, upload the product image, describe the scene, and add a spoken CTA using native audio. Let's try it. Excellent. Here's your result.
Move faster. Built for you.
Step 4. Structure the ad with multi-shot. A standard social ad follows a clear structure. Highlight the key feature, announce the CTA, and show the product. Custom multi-shot lets you build it all into a single continuous clip. Perfect. See how all 3 shots came through in one generation. Feature highlighted first, CTA announced in the middle, and the product shown at the end.
Move faster. Built for you.
How does Kling help marketing specialists in their day-to-day work? It builds structured ad sequences with individual control over each shot. It generates brand-consistent visuals across multiple formats without redescribing the brand each time. It produces video ads with synchronized voiceover and CTA in a single generation. It selects the best-performing ad variation by analyzing engagement data from previous campaigns. Good job. You've built a product image, added a logo, produced a billboard visual, and created a social video ad, all from a prompt. In the final lesson, the same approach extends to education and training, turning complex content into clear visual learning materials without a production crew. Almost there. Let's go. Kling for educators and trainers. Another way you can use Kling in a professional context is in education. Whether you're building an onboarding course, a training module, or a lecture series, Kling gives you a production team of 1. In the final lesson of this guide, you'll learn how to create a consistent avatar instructor, assign scripted content to it, and deliver the same course in multiple languages. The challenge. Say, you need to build a 5-module onboarding course. You can do all of it without a camera or a studio, but how do you make sure the course looks and feels like a single cohesive experience? The answer is the avatar. Generate your presenter once, save it, and reuse it across every module. Let's build it step by step. Step 1. Create the avatar instructor. Generate your presenter in Kling's avatar workspace. Set the appearance, choose the voice, and save it. That character becomes the instructor for every module. You've created and saved your instructor. Let's add a script and get them talking. Step 2. Assign the training script. Go to the speech panel in the left sidebar under your uploaded image and type your training script directly into the text field. Kling will generate a video of the avatar delivering the speech. Type a script into the speech panel and generate a video with a prompt. Great work! Module 1 is done. Your avatar delivered the script, and no recording studio is needed. Now that you have your instructor ready, bring them into Module 2 and keep the course going.
Welcome to Module 1. Today, we'll cover the 3 core principles every new team member needs to know before their first day. Let's start with the most important one: how we communicate across teams.
Multilingual delivery. You can deliver the same content in another language without rebuilding the character. Step 3. Produce multilingual versions. Kling's native audio supports many languages from the same avatar. Once your module is ready in one language, write a different text in another language in the speech panel. Then regenerate it with natural pronunciation and pacing throughout. Here is what it looks like when we ask the same avatar to deliver the script in Spanish.
Bienvenidos al Módulo 1. Hoy cubriremos los 3 principios fundamentales que cada nuevo miembro del equipo necesita conocer antes de su primer día.
Excellent! You can type the script in your preferred language, and the avatar delivers it naturally, with the same face and style. With Kling, you built an AI avatar, generated videos in multiple languages, and kept one instructor consistent throughout. Before we wrap up, let's see what you've taken from this lesson. Looking back at this lesson, what did Kling specifically make possible in the educator's workflow? A consistent instructor face and voice, reused across every module without regenerating. The same module produced in multiple languages without a separate recording session. Scripted dialogue delivered with natural lip sync, directly from written training content. Before you finish this guide, let's do a quick review of everything you've covered. What do you need to set up before an avatar can deliver a script? Save the avatar with a name, speech rate, and an emotion assigned. Select the voice in the speech panel. Generate a background scene for the avatar to appear in and Course complete. You now know how to generate images, animate them, build video sequences, and create avatars. And you've seen how all of it applies across film, marketing, and education. Where you take it from here is entirely up to you. Try building something great.